What's up, sports world? This is Ricky right here, United Youth Football 2024, and welcome to the United Game Day Championship Pick Show. I'm alongside my panel. Right here to my left is Mr. Magic. How you doing, sir?
I'm well, sir. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. And right over here on my right side is Brian. How you doing, sir?
Fantastic.
Absolutely. So 2023, we started this about 3 years ago, and it's been quite popular. It's gaining a lot of traction, and so we thought we'd do it again. And so our initial thoughts on this year's tournament, Magic, what would you say about the 2024 United National Championships as a whole?
Well, it's great. You know, we're growing every year. The numbers go up every year. Got new teams have come in, getting the experience. We're growing in certain areas where we weren't. I'm just excited for the growth of it, and then with quick cuts and down, we're inside. As you can see this year, I think we're going to be able to take it to the next level. You know, as United always does, we want to set the tone for how things are done. So we're going to blaze that trail as we always do. We got some new and exciting things coming from this year. I mean, next year and beyond, especially with our new Quick Cuts partner. You know what I mean? Like they've been phenomenal. They've listened to what we did, and I think we're going to take this up another notch. It's going to be a great production because next year we're going to put on productions, and I think we're going to try to do this daily. We're picking games daily, so that way parents, everybody can get into it. Everybody can, follow along, comment, and do all those things that we like to do, and then hold us accountable when we wrong. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
They love to come at us when we wrong on the pick and say, "Oh, you picked against us." So I'm just looking forward to, the growth of United Football. I'm glad, that Quick Cuts has come on board and jumped right in, all hands on deck, and has basically said, whatever you guys need, we're going to do. As you can see, we got games planned. Next year, we'll have clips of the actual teams that will be playing in the championship. Sorry we didn't get it this year. We didn't want to give you too much. We got to have something for next year. So we're going to keep it rocking and rolling, baby.
Yeah, and we'll get to Quick Cuts in a minute along with our other sponsors. But I'd like to, as our national tournament director, of United, what would you say sets us apart from all of the others?
Our willingness to be different. We make it a point to be different. We hear that all the time. Well, this place does it like this place does it like that.
Right.
Well, you're here.
Right.
You're at the U, baby, where we own December. So we do it our way and let everybody follow what we do.
Exactly. Brian, what do you think about the tournament this year? I mean, you've been down here the whole time pretty much, and you kind of see it from year to year. United Youth Football Championships grow year after year. So what's your take on this year's 2024 tournament?
Being out there around the fields, all week. I think the most important part, and sometimes people forget about this, is about the kids. And, it gets competitive out there at times. Obviously, we're on the fields and emotions run high, but at the end of the day, the kids are out of school. They're enjoying it. They're playing the sport that they love, and they're enjoying it. You can see it on their faces. I think it's been a great tournament. I've seen a lot of different teams this year that I haven't seen in the past, this being my 13th year. And it shows that we're growing, and when you're getting different teams from different areas, it shows like where we started and where we're at now. Because I can tell you, and you both, we're around the first year. It was pretty much New York, Chicago, and Florida, local Florida teams, and 60 teams total maybe. And now, look at us, we're up to sometimes over 200 teams. So I think it's incredible. I try to explain back home to like friends and stuff like the magnitude of this tournament, and it's until someone sees it firsthand, it's great. It's really crazy to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned the growth of United Youth Football as far as from all the different coasts. As you mentioned New York, Chicago from the north, and then of course you got the Carolinas and in the east, and you got Florida in the south. But there's some LA teams out here too. California is definitely in the house this year. As a matter of fact, they got one of the teams in the chip. So I'm very happy to have those guys down here. And so I'd like to go ahead and mention some of the proud sponsors of United Youth Football, and definitely Quick Cut. Definitely proud to have them here and their help sponsoring this United Game Day Championship pick. We're happy to have them, and hopefully we'll be with them for a really long time. They have came down here and changed the game as far as the photography, giving the highlights, coaches' tapes as far as scouting tapes and so forth. So glad to have them here as well as Bold Media, which is doing the photos alongside Quick Cut. Also like to mention D-Max. D-Max, a proud sponsor of us, has been down here for a really long time. Gatorade, Rydell, Loudmouth Guards, and definitely want to pay special attention, appreciation to Tampa Bay Sports Commission for allowing us to even have this tournament down here in Plant City. So that being said,
yes, sir.
Let's get this thing rolling.
Let's go.
All right. Our first championship game is going to be in that 6U division, and it's going to have the Upstate Titans versus those Thunderbirds. And this is going to be a really good matchup. So we're going to go ahead and start with Magic on this one. So Magic, who you got in this matchup? Upstate Titans versus the Thunderbirds in the 6U championship game.
Okay, Upstate Titans are from South Carolina. Thunderbirds are from New York. Thunderbirds last year came down here and surprised a lot of us and took some rings and things home.
Yes, they did.
So you can't count them out. But that South Carolina league, our conference there is really, really strong. We've seen that firsthand with Fort Dorchester. Yeah. They're back in another championship later. I think they just play some really solid football down there.
Right.
Not saying Buffalo don't, because Buffalo is all over this page as well.
Right.
But I think for the 6U division, I think I'm going to go with Upstate Titans.
Upstate Titans, there you go. So Magic's going with Upstate Titans. So Brian, who you have on this one? You got the Upstate Titans versus those Thunderbirds.
I haven't got a chance to see these teams play too much. Been running around in the morning a lot, so I know they play kind of earlier, so I haven't really got a chance. But I think I'm gonna. You said Thunderbirds went home with some rings and things last year.
Last year they did.
I think they're gonna be tough to beat. I'm gonna go Thunderbirds.
All right. So Brian's got us pick in with those Thunderbirds. You know, I've had a chance to see some of the teams, obviously, and you know, you've got the Upstate Titans, really, really good team, and this is really going to be a really good matchup because both teams came through the tournament, played very good football. You know, it was a tough decision for me, but you know, looking at the Thunderbirds, you know, they won one of their last games 28-0, and they won the other one 18-6. So they've only been scored on one time, and then they got that quarterback named Mason, and they got a solid defense. Mason at quarterback, so he put up 2 touchdowns numbers, and so my pick is I'm rolling with the Thunderbirds.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
All right.
We got the 7U coming up, so we got the Virginia Bulls versus those Columbus Ice, and we'll start with Brian on this one. Who do you have on this one, sir?
I actually have seen these two teams play, and both of them are really, really good, really well coached. But you know, those Bulls are always tough. Every year, I feel like they're always tough, and one of them's going home with a ring. So I'm gonna go with the 7U.
Okay.
7U with who you got? Virginia Bulls or
Yes, Virginia Bulls.
All right. All right, I'll jump in on this one. Virginia Bulls, Columbus Ice. Wow, this was another close one. Obviously, all the championship games are close, and sometimes we, you know, kind of have a really good idea who's going to win, but this one is going to be a close one for me. The Virginia Bulls, of course, you know, they got a really good defense. You know, Coach Ron over there has got them playing good football as far as the Virginia Bulls go. And they got this linebacker named Fabo.
Okay.
And so when you got Fabo in the house, how can you go against Fabo? So Pretty Ricky right here has the Bulls. And we're going to pick the Bulls on that 7U division.
Okay, well, we got Virginia Bulls, of course, from Virginia. Columbus Ice, newly to United U football from Ohio.
Yep.
Like you said, both teams are real stingy.
Yep.
Both teams, I don't think, giving up too many points this tournament. But again, Columbus Ice was down here in the open bracket last year, got a taste of it, then changed their whole conference and came over because they liked the taste. They didn't leave with anything last year. I think that was motivation to get back this year because, yeah, I'm going with Columbus Ice. Virginia Bulls, excuse me, I know, but I gotta go with the ice here. I think they're a little bit hungry. You guys been here, but sometimes if you've been here, you know what it's about. I know Javante Davis always say that. Floyd Mayweather, it's different when you get up on that stage. But I think Columbus Ice will pull it out. I think this game, I think it'll be 6-0, double overtime. Ooh, Columbus Ice.
We're getting close to banger alert. We're getting close to banger alert.
Yeah. I think that has the makings.
All right, so that pick is in. So now we're going to roll to the 8U Division 1, which is going to have those West Philly Panthers versus those Virginia Bulls.
Banger alert.
Come on now.
Banger alert. This is going to be fireworks. Both teams are stout on defense. Yep. Both teams are explosive on offense. This one has all the makings. Philly's coming straight down your neck, man. They coming straight at you. They ain't playing no games. Virginia Bulls, again, we got another Virginia Bulls team in the championship. They've been around. They know. Last year, we made that mistake, though. We gave people credit that was there before, and we had some upstarts come in and knock them off. Yeah. So for this one, I think I'm going with, I know who I'm going with. I'm going with West Philly Panthers.
Ooh-wee. West Philly. So Magic's pick is in, and he's going with the West Philly Panthers. All right, Brian, who do you have in this one?
Well, I said one of the Bulls teams is going over there. Yeah, I saw both these teams play too, and both teams are outstanding. Just like Magic says, they go right at you. But I took one at 7U, but I'm going to go West Philly at 8U.
Okay.
It's going to be a close one, though. I think this could be another overtime game.
Yeah,
so.
I see that coming.
Another 0-0.
You're not picking again because you like the mascot, right? Do you like the Panther mascot?
No, I don't go with Panthers.
Oh, Panthers.
You're from Carolina, so that's your mascot.
That's your mascot, huh?
Well, unfortunately for that, I'm going to go the other way.
Okay.
So, West Philly's great, man. I watched them. They came up on one of our fields here close to us on the stage, and, they got a really, really good team. And, again, you can't really go wrong in any of these picks because it could go either way. But then I watched that Virginia Bulls team beat last team 33-0. And then they got the three-headed monster on running backs. They got 3 running backs. They got a kid named Cam, Amir, Kelsey. Coach Bowles got them defense locked down. It's going to be really hard to beat them, I think. So I'm going to roll with the Virginia Bulls.
Okay.
All right.
Well, one second. These picks are only for entertainment purposes only.
Yes, sir.
We do not care who wins. The kids win, so that's all we care about. So please do not have some conspiracy theory because I picked against you. Now the referees cheated because Magic wanted me to. No, this is only for entertainment purposes. We just like to have a little fun.
Yeah,
the kids have been having fun all week long. The coaches have been having fun all week long. So this is kind of our downtime where it's the end of the week, it's the end of the tournament, where we can have a little fun and joke and play a little bit. So, again, this is for all entertainment purposes only.
Hey, well, don't get it twisted now. I got called out on the stage from last year's
yeah, they take it serious.
Yeah, but down here, it's like, hey, Pretty Ricky, you didn't pick us. What's up with that?
Good news for me is I have 2 other brothers working here, so I can just blame it on them if someone comes up to me because we all play.
You go play.
So again, that last year pick, I'm sorry. Again, sorry.
And hold up, just for the record, okay? Just for the record, so you know, 3rd year doing it. First year, you know who won. 2nd year, it's a little controversy with the picks. Somebody had the sheet. We thought he changed picks, but somehow he won convincingly. And I don't know how that happened, but again, he had the sheets. This year, we're going to a new system where he won't have his picks. We're going to give them to somebody else and let somebody else tally it up so that way we can see.
Well, I'm glad you said that because Pretty Ricky keeps receipts. I have the sheets that they filled out with their signature on it. So, there you go.
Somehow, his sheet was a little bit changed That's all I want to say. He said, no, I changed that on the set.
Come on.
We don't remember him changing it on the show.
All right, we're going to see.
Couple cross-outs.
We're going to see.
There's a whiteout bottle next season.
Yeah, man. What's good?
All right, we're moving right along. We're going to go to the H8 Division 2, and that's going to be Trinity Elite Titans is going to play those DMV Knights, and man, that's going to be another banger right there, man. That's banger alert.
Banger alert.
So, I'll go ahead and start us off on this one. Them DMV Knights, man, they got a really good team, really good defense. They're pretty quick. Then we saw the Trinity team play, and then they got running back Marcus and Bray, and both of them kids can flat out run. And not only can they run, but they block good for each other. And they got a real stingy defense. And so, man, this was a close one. I couldn't figure out who I was going to pick on that one, but on defense, they got the showstopper. So, they got the showstopper. His defensive line named Monty.
Monty's
the showstopper.
Okay.
So because of the showstopper, I'm going to go with Trinity Elite.
Okay. Brian?
It's on you, Brian. Who you have?
I think Ricky spoke for me.
Okay.
Everything Ricky just said, I agree with. So, for once,
You cheated on that test in the second grade. you cheated over here.
Looked at your
Who'd you pick on?
All right, so
I have seen the Trinity Elite Titans play out there. They are tough.
Yeah.
The running backs are strong, and I didn't really see the showstopper, but
Yeah.
anyone named that must be something. So I'm gonna go with them as well.
All right, man. So who you got on this one?
Well, Trinity Elite is newly come to us. Again, this is another one of those new teams that's here. They have a bunch of teams in the championship as well. When we look down the sheet, and DMV Knights, of course, you guys know where I'm from, so you know this pick is easy for me. This is a close to home pick, and I'm not picking against home. I got to go back there. So no matter what, I roll with home. So no disrespect to Trinity Elite Titans, but I'm rolling with the DMV Knights.
I got you. All right, rolling right along. 9U D1 Relentless Premier versus Oak Cliff Titans.
So you got Cali versus Texas.
Cali versus Texas.
You
You want me to take this one?
Yeah, you can go right ahead.
We'll let you go
Jump in,
first.
Brian.
Because I've seen this team play.
Yes.
And I think, honestly, pound for pound, this is one of the best teams in this tournament. The whole tournament, age and everything.
Okay.
Their offense is legit.
Yeah.
They do it all. They're fast. They're physical. They're well coached. I just think they're too much for the Titans. So I'm going with on this.
Okay.
All right, I'll jump in on this. They are really both good teams again, but I think I'm gonna agree with Brian. I think Coach Devon out there has got that team. They're not only looking good, but they're playing good. Very respectful group and organization. They're playing a tough Texas team, but at the same time, I just think they have too much on the offensive side, and they got a really good defense. So they gave up very few points, and then they put up points on the offensive side. And then they got this wide receiver named Freddie, and then outside linebacker they call the Jet Monster.
Okay.
So, I agree with Brian. I'm rolling with Relentless on this one.
Yeah, I think I'm going with Relentless. I think that I was very impressed with the coaching aspect of what they done. Like the coach said, they do a lot of things that high school kids do. He calls us, like he has signals for call, like they're prepared in that way. They run an RPO with it. They just had a lot of dynamic that I'm not used to seeing at this level, especially at 9U. Yeah. So for that, then they knocked off a really solid team yesterday.
The defending champion, they knocked off 757.
Right.
The defending champions from last year.
I think, again, they were prime. They were the only one who made the trip from Cali.
Right.
Because they kind of knew they had something special. And I think they didn't waste any money this year. So I think this is our lock.
Right.
This is one of our locks. I think we all agree that this
Yep.
team is very well coached, and that they're coming to take some rings and things.
Yep.
So
And
I'm going with relentless as
And I
well.
also have a inside tidbit on them as well. That from what my brothers told me, coach is a huge Notre Dame fan.
Yeah.
So I heard they're rocking greens.
Yeah.
The all
the all
Yeah,
greens.
I heard.
Yeah, they rocking the
I
all
heard
green
it's going out the all
championship.
green championship Saturday.
That's what I heard. So
Woo! With that.
Hey.
I tell you what though, that gold helmet is everything. It looks just like Notre Dame. I can't lie.
Yeah.
It's shining.
They were
man.
clean,
It's
all
shining.
white yesterday.
It's shining. But again, I just
Yeah.
think, and like I said, Oak Cliff is going to give them everything they got.
Yep.
But I just think that their scheme is going to be a little much.
Yeah.
Now, Oak Cliff has a day to prepare now.
Yep.
They got a day to get that quick cut.
Hopefully,
They got to wait. They got a day to get that quick cut video.
We've been telling them all.
We've been telling them all week. You better get that quick
You
cut
better get that quick cut tape.
because
and get-
then you can break it down. So I
Yeah.
think look, coaches, here you go. You better get on it because you're gonna have to break them down and take their best asset away from them, and then you may have a chance because I think if you play that RPO, that quick screen game, they screened a lot. You know what I mean? Like they were well coached. You know what I mean? The blitz came, they screened them. So I think if Oak Cliff really prepares, is really on their game. I don't know how prepared the coaches get, but if they're preparing the right way, anybody can be beat.
And again, better get that quick cut tape because if you don't get that scouting tape, trust me, they're going to be scouting you with a quick cut tape.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm telling you now.
They got the package. They already got the package.
That's right.
They got, oh, man, the pack. Hold up. Let's talk about this, man. Hold up. $40 and I get a game. Usually that's way more. Not only that, for $150, you get the whole tournament.
Yep.
The entire the teams you played, the teams you like, it's unheard of the deals they have here, man. Like unheard of.
Track stats, everything.
So it's just mind-boggling to know that we have a partner here that's willing to do all of those things because they understand the youth football community and has not outpriced them. So I'm excited about that. I know anytime I'm telling teams from the beginning, I'm telling you might as well add an extra $150 because you know what I mean? Why not? Because you get all the games and you can share. They'll make you a highlight film for the entire.
And that's only $125.
So at your
for a team highlight.
just think about it. At your banquet, you got your team highlight from Nationals. That quick cuts and put up for you.
Gotta have it. Gotta have
Like,
it.
come on, man. You can't beat that.
You gotta have it. All right, moving right along. We are going to go to the 9U Division 2. And we got the Trinity Elite Titans against those Virginia Beach Mustangs.
Oh.
Magic. We're going to let you start us off on this
All
one.
right. So, again, here we go with Trinity Elite Titans. First year here. They on the big stage. The word is, can they get it done? Not everybody shines on the big stage. Day 1, day 2, day 3, that's a little different from Championship Saturday.
Yeah.
So we got Georgia and we got Virginia. Virginia Beach Mustangs. They've been a staple in the youth football world for years. Forever.
Yeah.
Since I've been playing.
That's your pick.
No, it's not my pick. Don't rush me, Pretty Ricky. Don't rush me. Pretty Ricky's trying to rush me. Don't try to rush me.
Trying to keep them receipts.
All right. No. I'm going with Trinity Elite Titans. I think they'll get one, like Brian said. When you got plenty of chances, you gotta at least take one home. I think this is their best shot to win one, so I'm going with Trinity Elite Titans at 9U Division 2.
I got you. Brian, who do you have on this one?
Well, I'm looking at this and I see these two teams play each other twice. 11 D2 as well.
Okay. Wow.
So we have a little rivalry after this.
Yeah, after this it is because look, if you lose, you want it back on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like you said, 2 age groups. I think that's like the first time this is maybe not, but if I'm remembering, I don't remember too many times where the same team is playing actually the same organization in the championship.
Right.
And then I also noticed Trinity Elite has 3 teams in the championship.
Yes, they do.
So that tells something about a program.
Yes.
So does Virginia.
Virginia Beach.
And Virginia Beach, as Magic said,
every year.
Every year they find themselves with 2, sometimes 3 teams in the championship.
Yep.
This one's a toss-up, but I'm gonna go on this one. I'm gonna go Virginia Beach.
Okay.
All right.
They're pretty
All
regular.
right, Trinity Elite Titans and Virginia Beach Mustangs. Wow, this is going to be another good game. You know, I was able to see the Mustangs play a couple of times actually, and they got a really good quarterback there. They won a game 19-0, and they got a really good defense, and Coach Curtis over there has got that team playing very good. And so, man, I don't know. Trinity though. They got a nice offense, good coaching staff. I'm gonna have to roll with Virginia Beach on this one.
Okay.
It's
So,
definitely a toss-up.
Yeah,
This one is going to be a good game.
all right. Division 10, Division 1. Who's next, Seminoles versus those West Side Wildcats? And that is going to be a banger.
Man.
That's a banger.
Man, so you have Who's Next, who came here last year. We trying to figure out with the name Who's Next. Had a couple jokes about them, all of that.
Yep.
I think most of us picked against,
Yep.
and all they did was win some rings and things. West Side Florida, man, you can't ever count that Florida speed out, man. You can't ever count Florida out. It's tough when you come down here and you get a Florida team, especially in the championship. That means they've been battle tested. But I got to go with the defending champion. I'm going with Who's Next Academy Seminoles. I think I've seen this team in 7-on-7. I've seen, I spend a little time in Detroit, so I see this team very often. And from day one, when we went 7-on-7, they said, Magic, we don't care about no 7-on-7. We ready to put them pads back on. Get us another ring. So I'm going with Who's Next Academy on this one.
All right. Who's Next is Magic's pick. So who do you have on this one, Brian?
I think the name says it for itself.
Who's next? Who's next?
Who's on first?
Defending champion?
What's on second?
Yeah.
Right.
Who's next?
Who's next? I like it. Like you said, Brian. Who's next?
Who's next?
Pull them up. We gonna knock them down.
No offense to the West Side Wildcats. Yeah, this is a name pick for me. Strictly name pick for me. I didn't really get the chance to see these two teams, but who's next?
Who's next? Okay, so
next?
Brian goes with who's next. I'm going to disagree with both of you on this one. I'm going to pick the West Side Wildcats because,
Of your notes.
well, my notes came from the stats on the field. So we can cheat just a little bit. But that being said, the Wildcats, when they were in their last 2 games, as I was interviewing them, they had 3 different people that scored. I was trying to interview 1 or 2 kids who scored the touchdowns, and they're like, well, can we get 4 or 5? I'm like, 4 or 5?
Yeah.
But so they had 3 different players that scored and that they could go to, and they love blocking. That was one of the things they talked about in their interviews. They were like, we love blocking for our partner and stuff. So, that being said, 27-0, 26-6. Coach Kilo's got them all on cylinders on offense. So I'm rolling with those Wildcats.
Okay.
All right.
I don't blame you.
Moving along, 10 Division 2, we got the Trinity Elite Titans again versus those North Charleston Raiders. Who you got on this one, Magic?
Again, it's that South Carolina League, man. Again, when they come for some rings and things. Like, to be honest, when they come, they're coming to be in the championship game. Most times they are in the championship game. A lot of times they don't travel. Like we don't have a lot of South Carolina teams in here. But guess what? Everyone we have is almost in the championship. I think they said 5 teams, 3 out of the 5 are in championship games.
Yep.
So again, I'm just not going against that conference. I think that conference has what it takes. They understand the mission, because if they don't feel like they even going to be in that game, they don't come.
Gotcha.
So when they come correct. So I'm going with North Charleston Raiders on this one.
All right. Magic's pick is in, North Charleston Raiders. So who you have on this one, Brian?
I mean, I miscounted. I mean, Trinity Elite has 4 teams. 4 teams in the championship.
Yep.
8, 9.
8,
Well,
9.
you're not finished. We haven't got to 11 and 12.
8, 9, 11. Where was the other one I
8,
saw?
9,
10?
11, and then
11.
10.
And then
8, 9, 8, 9, 10, and 11.
If that ain't that, hold up. That's impressive.
Yeah, that is impressive.
That's impressive. Trinity Elite Titans, Georgia Big Ten. Hey, welcome to the U. That's how you make your entrance. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know how many you're gonna leave with, but that's a nice entrance.
Yep.
So I appreciate you guys for coming. Appreciate you guys for the competition.
Yes, sir. All right, Trinity Elite
So I
Titans.
went with them at 8. I didn't go with them at 9.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give Trinity Elite at least 2.
2 and 2.
At least they're getting 2 at least. Not
Okay.
4. Maybe 3, maybe 4.
Okay.
Who knows? I could be wrong. But on this one, I'm going to take them.
Okay.
This will be my second one.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to side with Brian on this one. I'm going to take Trinity Elite Titans as well. North Charleston Raiders, good football team. Everybody that's in the championship game is a good football team. So, but Trinity Elite, like we said a minute ago, man, that conference is just really, really strong, and it's going to be really hard to beat this team. You know, Georgia definitely is representing for sure, and you know, I'm rolling with them. So, yep, Trinity Elite. All right. Moving right along, we're going to go to the 11D Division One, and in this one we got the West Philly Panthers versus Sweetwater. So I'll go ahead and start us off on this one. 11D1 West Philly, they came in 24-0 right off the bat. Strong wide receiver, caught some touchdown passes from his quarterback, and had a really good defense. Now, you know, they was playing earlier in the tournament. Now, I thought Flower City was going to come up there. You know, it's a tough bracket.
Mm-hmm.
And so West Philly has come through that. And I think Coach Hottie, I think that's his name, has that team ready. So I'm rolling with West Philly Panthers.
Okay. Brian?
I think it's going to be a great game. I've seen the Sweetwater team play. I think they're tough and physical.
Yeah, they are.
They are. And then I drive past some of these teams when they're on their way to the field. I drove past them. I believe it was a couple days ago, and
What'd you say? Wow, how old are they?
all looking forward.
Right.
All look like they're on a business
Business
trip.
trip, baby.
Coaches all looking forward. All looking like they were on a business trip. No one was saying a word. They were just walking to their field. And obviously, they took care of business because this is where they're at now. So I'm going to go with Sweetwater.
All right. Brian's picking Sweetwater. Who you got on
All right. Sweetwater's going to be tough, man. Tough to get by. They're going to be really tough. Like Brian said, they're on a business trip. I think last year they fell short. So anytime you fall short, that next year, the lock that the kids have, especially when they get so close, is definitely there because they know how close they were from having some rings and things. But with that said, West Philly's tough. West Philly has played the challenging schedule all year long. They're part of my group back home, and they've been playing. Those little showcase tournaments earlier. They've been playing all that. This team they felt was a team that was destined to be national champion. They've kind of followed that model of being battle tested against some of the best teams in the country outside of league play. So I think West Philly, they're going to have their hands really, really full. Like, West Philly got to play their best game of the year to win this because Sweetwater's that tough. But I got to go back with the hometown. You know what I mean? With the people's back from around way. Gotta go from around way. You know what I mean? They represent the conference. So again, shout out to the co-op. But I gotta go with West Philly Panthers on this one.
Gotcha. All right, moving right along, we got the 11D2. And in this one, we've got that Virginia Beach Mustangs again. Virginia Beach Mustangs versus the Trinity Elite Titans.
Again.
Okay.
So, Virginia versus Georgia.
Oof.
Two teams that have, again, it's impressive, what both of these organizations have done down here to represent,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
themselves and their conferences, back home. They should be definitely proud of themselves. The kids should be proud of themselves, coaches, for what you guys have accomplished. And don't beat me up on the field when you guys see me driving around again. I'm just going to blame it on one of my brothers anyways. So I said I'd give Trinity Elite 2, so I'm going to go Virginia Beach on this one.
Okay.
Virginia Beach. Brian's pick is Virginia Beach. All right.
I'll go.
Yeah. Who you got?
I'm picking Virginia Beach Mustangs as well. I seen Virginia Beach Mustangs the other day play a team that has played West Philly, the other team that's in in the championship. You know what I mean?
Right.
I seen those two teams play, and it was a good game. And Virginia Beach just was a little bit too much for that team. Very impressive. It was just systematic. You know what I mean? It wasn't one of those things where you was like, next thing you know, boom, they had 7. You're like, all right, well, the other team's still in the game. Then boom, another touchdown.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then they put the juggler. Then they went for the juggler and just finished it. And I was impressed by that. I didn't think that was going to happen to that team. I thought that team was going to be able to rebound and come back. They held that team down to 0 points. That's the first time I've seen that team get held to 0 all year long. So again, I'm going with Virginia Beach Mustangs.
All right, Magic's pick is Virginia Beach Mustangs, and I'm going to go with this one. I was going one way.
Oh, he cheating. Looking on my paper.
No, I'm
looking on my paper again.
I'm sticking with
he getting scared.
No, Pretty Ricky is sticking with who he dotted. I'm sticking with who I dotted. But I almost flipped the script on this one, but I'm going to go ahead and stick with my original pick, and I'm rolling with Trinity Elite Titans out of Georgia.
Okay.
So that's my pick.
All right,
moving right along, 12 Division 1. We got those Virginia Charged Up Bulls versus those DMV Dolphins. DV Dolphins. Duval is definitely. Now, last year, Duval had they had 3 or 4 teams in the chip.
Yeah, they did.
And they represented well this year. And now this in this 12 division, this is a stout division, especially D1.
Yeah, no. Let me cut you off. This is Virginia Charged Up Bulls game. They're going to win with a runaway. This won't be close. The game will not be close. This is a lock.
Look at my sheet.
This is a stone cold lock. Virginia Charged Up Bulls. You can go ahead and write me down. We don't have to spend too much time on this game.
All right. Everyone finish this down.
Yeah.
I saw them play.
They charged up.
They
charged up.
They charged up. Huh?
They are definitely charged up.
All right, so
I real quick, I would probably say that after that relentless team, pound for pound, they were the second one.
Absolutely.
Right behind it. They do it all. So
I have to know. For me, this is the best team in the tournament.
Right.
They have it all.
Yeah.
Every game that they've played thus far has been non-competitive, and it will continue with the championship.
Well, that's only twice we've all agreed on something, right?
Yeah.
All right, so moving right along, we've got now the 12D2, the Fort Dorchester Patriots versus those BGC Lions. And that's my friends now,
They definitely my friend.
Give me a few minutes.
Brother, I know you're not picking the Lions. They're in your dimension.
So we're gonna let Brian start.
no, actually. This is based off a pure uniform pick.
Okay.
Oh, you like the
Their
uniform?
uniforms are sweet.
The Lions uniforms are sweet, so that's where my pick's going. I'm going Lions on this one.
That's going to be the reason he loses this competition.
So Brian likes the BGC Lions uniforms.
Yeah.
So that's his pick.
And where are they from?
From Detroit.
Detroit. And
where do you think the Lions would be from?
And I'd like to point out, I am a huge Michigan State Spartans fan.
Oh yeah, you are.
So
true that.
There you go.
I'm gonna go with my Midwest.
Okay.
My Midwest group. I'm from Chicago. Not a lot of Illinois teams down here this year, unfortunately. We're going to get that back.
So you're rolling with Detroit.
So I'm rolling with the Midwest.
All right, Magic, who you got on this one?
Fort Dorchester Patriots. I told you, coming from that South Carolina league again.
You're a Patriot fan.
You know I'm a Patriot fan. That's not the reason why, though. Remember, last year, I was the only one to pick Fort Dorchester winning it all. The coach had bothered me all year long, talk about Magic. We coming back. We taking it this year. We are not losing. I believed him. I seen the way he prepared in the off season. This is another team that plays whoever, tries to get those challenging games so they can be ready for this moment right here. I think the stage is set for them to two-peat. I'm going with Fort Dorchester Patriots.
All right. Magic has Fort Dorchester Patriots. Now, Pretty Ricky, pick them on that. I know I did not pick you all last year. Again, publicly, I apologize. So I'm not making that mistake again. Not just because of that, but the fact of the matter is, it's a great, great group of kids.
Yes,
coaches are very, very well respectable. And man, we couldn't have better teams down here like that. Now the Lions, very, very good team.
Yeah.
I just think the Patriots are just going to have too much for them. I do. I mean, when I was looking at the stats and I see, they won 20-0, and the Patriots quarterback Landon, they had a tight end named Jamal that he throws to. Coach has them ready on defense. He's not giving up any points. I think he's only given up one score entirely.
Wow.
So I just think it's going to come down to defense is what I think. So I'm rolling with you Patriots.
Okay.
Make sure you write that down.
He said it this year.
All right, moving right along, we're going to go to the 13U. So we got the CG Patriots and FCA Park Heights Saints.
I can go first on this one.
Brian, who you have?
You know where he going. Just said it.
The only Illinois team in the championship. So, yeah, I'm going to go CG Patriots.
Yeah.
They represent from back home, so that's all.
Okay.
All right. Who you got, Magic?
Oh, you know who I'm rocking with.
I know.
You know they from back way. So anytime they from back way, you know who I'm rolling with. I got to go back home. I keep telling y'all that. I will never pick against our teams ever. I don't care if I feel what they going to win. They made it to the championship. This team, to be honest, got a second life. All right, this team from the conference, best team all year long. Lost in the chip in an overtime game, double overtime game, heartbreaker. Got a second chance because ultimately the team that they wanted they didn't take the spots that we allowed the runner up to come. I think that new life, this their kids' last ride. They're gonna make do on it. I got FCA Park Heights Saints for the win.
All right, I got you. All right, I like both teams, but I'm gonna roll with the Patriots because I just think they have a little bit too much offense. They got a kid named Amani Ford that had 4 touchdowns in one game, and there was nobody could even stop that kid. And so they just have a really strong offense. And no disrespect to Park Heights, it may be a close game, but I don't have to go back home. I go to the south, so I'm gonna roll with the Patriots as well.
Okay.
All right, moving right along.
Oh, we ain't got
I already know this one will be quick. 14U 757 versus Silk City.
So how many championships has this coach won?
2. He's going for 3.
He's going for 3.
Back to back, so it'll be
this will be the third one.
He's gonna get 3.
757.
Yeah.
757 votes.
okay. So we all agree 757.
Because look, this is the same matchup from last year. This is the exact same matchup from last year.
Yeah.
757 Colts against Silk City. Silk City last year, we all thought their team was a little bit better. This year, I don't think they're as strong as they were last year. Last year, 757 was able to handle them. This year, with the same type team 757 had from last year, Silk City not being as strong as they were last year, 757 in the blowout.
Three-peat.
Yeah.
Three-peat. All right, moving to the open divisions, we're going to move right along. We got the 7U Open. We got the Texas Tar Heels versus those Thunderbirds. So, Magic, start us off on this one.
We got all the way from Texas. These boys came. They had a bunch of teams come down. Their second year, last year they came with a flag team. This year they came with tackle teams. So this year, but again, those Dirty Birds, man, that was the 6U team. Now it's up to 7U. So again, I think this team is ready to go, ready to roll. I'm not picking against them as I did last year. So I'm going with the Thunderbirds.
All right, I'll go on this one. I'm picking the Thunderbirds as well. I think they got a really good team, and I think they're pretty strong on the offense, got a very, very good defense, so I'm rolling with the Thunderbirds.
I got the Thunderbirds as well to win it again.
Wow. We got a lot of picks together this year. They've been watching me.
That's three times. That's three times that's happened. Okay, so we're going to move along to the 8U Open, and we got Wagon versus those Wintersville Wolves.
Now, again, this is another Thunderbird. Oh, hold up. I got to give respect due. This is the third team for the Thunderbirds. This Wagger team, they are the Thunderbirds. That's just their nickname. So I don't know what Wagger stands for, but they told me that's what they wanted to be known as. But this is another Thunderbird team. So you got them at 6, 7, and 8. That's impressive as well. But again, I watched this running back from Wintersville Wolves. And this kid was electric. When I say electric with a capital E.
His name is Chase.
Well, Mr. Chase, I'm going to be following you because ultimately I'm trying to get you to come to my high school. But yeah, Mr. Chase was phenomenal. I think Mr. Chase will be the difference maker. I see Mr. Chase in the end zone at least 2 times. So I'm going with Wintersville Wolves. First time here. I'm going with Wintersville Wolves.
All right, I'll agree with you on that one. I've got Wintersville picked as well for that very reason. I did notice that the running back Chase, and then he had a nice linebacker over on that side too, named Major. He had 10 tackles in one game, and so and after talking to him, he just said, nothing's going to run in my middle, nowhere, and so he locks that entire middle down. And I think they got a really tough defense, so I'm rolling with Wintersville.
I didn't get a chance to see these teams play, but I came across this team walking around a couple of times. And their name is Wintersville.
Yeah.
They haven't lost. So, based off their name,
okay,
your name is Wintersville. Now, maybe you guys can answer this for me. Is Wintersville a city? An actual city? Or is that?
I do not think so. They're from Georgia as well.
Yeah.
It may be. Let's Google.
But regardless, their name's Wintersville for a reason.
So you got to go with the winner.
I got to go with the winner.
You got to go with the winner. So we're all
in agreement on that one too.
All right. So while Magic looks up where Wintersville is, we're going to move right along to the 9 Open. And
that is a city.
And it is a city. It's not actually.
I apologize.
It's not actually Winters as it is here. It's Winterville. But I guess they played on that because they know they winners in Winterville.
Well, that means cold, so it's cold up there where you're from.
It's in Georgia.
I can tell you one thing. It's not as...
It's Georgia.
I was going to say, I can tell you one thing. It's not as cold where I'm from.
All right, moving right along to the 9U Open. We've got the ATF United versus Bay Area Jaguars. Wow. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's going to be a banker right there.
That's going to be special.
All right, Magic, start us off. Who you got on this one?
Oh, this is tough. Bay Area got guys. Bay Area got guys.
It's going to be a close one.
But they put this Buffalo team together really, really well. Really, really well. Yeah, I think it's just going to be, man. This is tough for me. Now that I'm talking about it, you know how when you talk about it, you think about it like, hold up, this other team. But I'm gonna roll with because again, the programs that are here, AGF is a combination of GR8 Elite and
Right.
Flower City.
In Flower City, yeah.
They combine to
Right.
make this team.
Right.
But then you got Bay Area Jaguars who have played all year together.
Yeah.
Sometimes that continuity in these open brackets mean more because in crunch time, I know who to depend on. I know how my teammates going to react
Yeah.
with other kids who are trying to use this tournament to gel together.
Right.
But with all that said, I'm going with AGF United. I think AGF just gonna play a physical brand of football, and that may be too much.
Who do you have on this one, Brian?
Yeah, it's a close one. Magic gave me some good information there. So you got a combination of Buffalo
Yeah,
and Bay Area is here.
yeah, Florida.
I like the continuity part. I do really like it. You know, if you have your full team, you want to pick up a couple extra studs to get them going. I kind of like that when you're combining two teams. You got two coaching staffs, and you know you got to figure it out. You know, by the time you get down here, you don't have a lot of time. I'm gonna go Bay Area on this one.
Yeah.
All right. Brian went Bay Area. Magic went AGF.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll with Bay Area as well. I'm going to agree with Brian on this one. I think I'm going to pick the Florida team. And so Magic is on an island out there.
Yeah. Lone Wolf.
All right, we're going to heading to the 10U Open. We got grade elite versus that Motor City Chiefs. Wow. That's a good one too. 10U. Grade elite Motor City Chiefs. Magic, who you got?
Again, very elite. You know, a staple. You know what I mean? They've built a really, really solid program in Buffalo. I remember the early days when they were a former name. You know what I mean? And they were always still around the winner circle. You know what I mean? So, I'm not gonna go against that. Motor City Chiefs are back. They won the championship, I think, last year. So they're back at a older age group. But I think Buffalo got a chip on their shoulder. And I think they come down for springs and things. So I'm going grade A elite.
I got you. I'm gonna go ahead and agree with you on this, Magic. I think Elite's definitely a team to beat, and I think they've rolled through the tournament pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
And when I talked to them, it looked like they were pretty locked in. And no disrespect to Motor City Chiefs, but I'm rolling with Great Elite as well.
Okay.
Yeah, Brian.
I think both teams are tough. Got a chance to watch both of them play. I think it's going to be a great game, but I think ultimately in the end, I think Great Elite's too much for them.
All right, you got it. All right, moving to the 11 Open. We got CGE Eagles versus Great Elite.
Again,
What's Luke's team?
he's next.
He's next.
Who's at 12? Who's at 12? That's So, again, Great Elite again. Both of these teams they usually play in the same seat. They play in the same conference.
Yeah.
So this is a rivalry game. But again, I'm gonna go with Great Elite. I think they've been there, done that. I think they had what it takes to take home the championship at two levels.
Yeah.
I think they accomplished the mission.
Yep. I'm going to agree with you on that one. I'm picking Great Elite as well. I think it's going to be a close one. Yeah, you're right. They're from the same conference area. They know each other really well. So you can't really go wrong with either one of these picks. I mean, it could go either way, but I'm rolling with Great Elite. Who do you have, Brian?
Did they play each other in the season?
Yeah.
Anybody know what that score was?
I will not divulge
I
that
ain't telling
information.
either. I ain't telling either.
I will not divulge that information.
Judging by your two picks, I'm assuming that Great Elite went back home. But let me tell you a little something. I coached a team down back home in Chicago, and I got beat by a team twice.
Yeah.
In season championship.
Yes, you
Came
did.
down here and I pounded them.
Yes, you did.
It meant even more to the kids down here than anything back home.
Yes, it does.
After losing to them, I don't know, 6-7 times in a row. So I'm assuming that Great Elite won that game.
Are you
So
coaching this team?
I'm going to. I am not coaching this team. But I also can't agree with you guys on everything.
All right.
And us be on the same page on everything, then this game wouldn't be fun. So I'm going the other route. I'm going the
Eagles.
All right.
All right, we got Brian with the Eagles.
All right.
All right, 12 open. We got Buffalo Kids versus OCGEBK.
Again, Buffalo again.
Yeah, another Buffalo. This one.
Buffalo is representing. So for me, this is moved out. He's supposed to be up here. He's probably preparing for the game right now. That's why he's not on Game Day Live.
Right.
Usually you guys see him up here picking it with us. But he has a team down here this year. For some reason, he wanted to do this. He wanted to coach again. Wanted to bring a team down.
Right.
But he said this was a team picked for this very moment. You got a couple kids. You got a 6th grader, man. That's like a 12-year-old 7th grader.
Right.
That's huge.
Right.
And he got another kid, running back, that's huge and can go. I'm already in contact with him, trying to get them to come down to Baltimore for high school.
I got
So I'm going with those two guys. I'm going with CGEBK. Mook, you better get it done. You better get it done. You better not come back and make me look bad. I'm going with you, my guy. Don't make me look bad.
Well, look.
This is your partner.
I know this is my right hand man over my left hand shoulder. But Buffalo Kids pretty strong.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they are.
You know what I'm saying?
They are.
I'm just kidding. They are strong, but I'm not gonna go against my partner. All right, so I'm rolling with CGE as well.
So the 12-year-olds, a lot of times this week, they've closed us out.
Yeah.
So by that time, I can actually, when I'm not running around, I can watch football. And as a matter of fact, both these teams played last night.
Yep.
Buffalo Kids they won a close one.
Yep.
And CGE cruised like 39-0.
Yeah.
Then they won 16-0.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like they're on a mission. I'm obviously not going to pick against our guy Mookie. I think this game has a lot of meaning.
Oh, it has a lot of meaning.
It's going to be
Fireworks.
definitely a banger.
Yes.
Fireworks.
Yes.
A must-see type of game. So, CG's.
All right, partner. We all on your side on this one. So
Don't make us look bad, man.
That's it. So we're all in. All right, 13 open. WPYAA Stars versus those dirty South Bills. Magic, I'm going to let you start us off on this one.
Listen.
Banger.
Listen. WPYAA Stars, they were in a lot of semifinal games.
Yeah.
They're playing today, a lot of third place, a lot of close losses yesterday. So they're playing third today. But they came down with a mission. They came down with a blueprint. And it looks like the blueprint is really working because they were competitive in every division that I've seen. It looks strong, and I'm surprised that we don't have more of them on championship day. They lost a lot of close battles, but Dirty South Bills, Irie, Triggy, what they call them, somehow, some way, since they were the Sting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's always found a way
to
get in the championship. Well, he just started. Remember, he was the Buffalo Bills for one time.
Yeah.
He couldn't get over that hump.
Yeah, and then Georgia's thing.
And then he got over the hump.
Yeah.
And then for the last 2 years, he's taken rings and things home.
Yep. I guess.
So, for me, I think this is his only team. I think he had ambitions of more teams being in this finals. And with this being his only one, I think he can concentrate. I think the staff and everybody from that organization can kind of collectively game plan for this and make sure they bring a championship back to Georgia. But it's going to be a great game.
Yep.
But I got to go with the people that's been on that stage, and he's been through his lumps. Yep. He's taken lumps and then have learned how to get over that hump. Lost some heartbreakers. He finally, that 1 year with Merle, we seen Jarvis with your former Maryland Seahawk coach
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
You know, 4-time, 5-time champion here. He was the first one to knock them off.
Yeah, and I just saw that video yesterday.
He was able to knock them off that year
Yeah.
in an overtime game, and then since then he's been able to roll. So I think Dirty South Bills gets it done.
All right, Magic going with Dirty South, and WPYAA Stars is a really good team. You know, I obviously interviewed some of the kids, but I'm not going against my man Ivory. Ivory, you my guy. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that Florida-Georgia line tandem where they teamed up with MOT kind of got some of those kids over. You know, MOT a powerhouse in itself. And you got the two Ivories together. How can you mess with two Ivories together? You know what I'm saying? And so I really just think them Bills is just absolutely too dirty.
Okay.
I'm rolling with the Bills. Who you got?
I'd like to give credit to the WPYA Stars. I mean, coming down with how many? 7 teams?
Yep.
That's impressive.
Yep.
You know, for an organization to put all that together in the time, but from when their season ends to coming down this way, I think that's very impressive to have 7 teams down here with basically their one head lady. I believe, is it Tanya? Yeah, that's incredible. I noticed that on certification day, and it's been great to see all those teams out here. Again, too, Ivory, same thing. He's always bringing numerous teams down here. Outstanding program, and I think they're just going to be a little too much for the Stars. I think the Bills will get it done as well.
All right, so we got Brian in the books, so we're in agreement across the board. We got the Dirty South Bills. And our last pick before the wrap-up, we've got the 14 Open, and we got the Atlantic Stingrays versus those Double R Boys. Magic?
I seen both of these teams at the stage the other night. I seen a little bit of their games. I was kind of sizing both teams up at the stage and listening to their interviews. And after the Double R Boys interview, I said this team was on a mission from day one. They knew what they wanted to do. The guys said they were an independent team. They paid their own insurance.
Yeah.
They put this team together for a reason.
Yep.
And here they are.
Yep.
I think it culminates with a national championship. I'm going Double R Boys.
I got you. All right, Magic with the Double R Boys, and I'll wrap that up too. I'm going to agree with Magic. I did interview the Double R Boys, and Coach Scooter over there's got that team, man, rolling. And so I was very impressed with not only the quickness of that team, but the size of the team. No disrespect to Atlantic Stingrays because, man, this could go either way. We could definitely lose this pick. I mean, this is one of those games that I think it probably come down to some turnover or something like that, but I think it's going to be a close one no matter who wins. But I'm going to roll with the Double R Boys.
As Lee Corson would say, not so bad.
Not so fast,
my friend.
We have too many of the same picks, and I think it's going to be a close game. I saw both teams play.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a great game, and you know what? I'm going against the grain. I'm going Atlantic Stingrays here.
Okay.
All right. So
someone's got to switch something up here.
No, I've switched up a lot.
We can't have the same record.
No. Y'all been cheating off the same page. I've been on my own thing here.
Ricky's got 17 blue dots.
Oh, yeah.
No, I've got a dot by everybody.
He's got blue dots by 2 teams.
I've got a pre-pick dot.
Hold up. Before so we got to get him the highlight. Because that dot can mean either team. I told you got to watch him. Look, I got mine circled. Brian got his highlight. He got dots. Look at his page.
Come on,
Look at his page. He got dots.
Hey.
You don't even know who that's for.
Hey, blue dots don't lie.
Dots and notes.
You don't know who. You don't know who. That dot in the middle. He gonna say either way.
All right. Needless to say, thank everybody for joining us here and United Game Day Championship Pick Show. We have had a lot of fun. We've done this for 3 years, and I know it's a lot of fun for the teams to see us and who we pick. And again, this is all for fun entertainment, and we're out here. We could be right, we could be wrong.
Yeah.
But we just want to let everybody know that we're very proud of all the teams for being a part of United Youth Football. Nobody's a loser down here. You're at the championship day. You're in the chip. So that alone is a winner in our books.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to wrap up by talking just a little bit quickly about Quick Cut, one of our sponsors that's helping us with this. We really appreciate everything that Quick Cut has done. They're a Class A organization. You want your videos, your tapes, and everything. We're very excited about having a long-term relationship with them, and they've done a great job. We've heard nothing but positive feedback this whole tournament, and we're very excited to have them along with D-Max, Gatorade, Rydell, Bold Media, Loudmouth Guards, and especially thanks to Tampa Bay Sports Commission again. Any last thoughts, Magic? As our tournament director?
No, man. I just want to say I'm thankful. We do got some changes coming. Again, but for the most part, just want to say thank you to Quick Cuts. Again, want to just let you guys know that think we're gonna take it up a notch next year. We got some cool ideas. I think we want to bring this daily to give you the picks, our picks, just to have a little fun. Again, sometimes I get caught up into this. Everybody get caught up into it, and we forget how much fun it really is when we can just sit down and really focus on the teams. That's why Championship Saturday is so great for me, because my work is done, and I can really sit out there and really watch the culmination, and then see the teams come to the stage and be happy, and the parents, and when the elation of winning, but then also the tears of defeat, because then that makes you a little bit hungrier for next year. And I've seen a lot of teams that have fell short come back, and now they're right back in the championship stage, trying to look to get it done. So for me, it's a humbling experience. I don't take it for granted. I'm appreciative of all the teams, all the connections I've made, for all the people that want to come down here, for all the people, all our members that are part of UYFL that run conferences. I appreciate you. I know you don't hear thank you enough. I just want to say thank you, especially to the coaches. Just thank you, a bit of gratitude, because I know you don't get it enough. So appreciate you all. Glad you're down here. Look forward to the future. Look forward to the growth. And hopefully, God willing, we're back here next year doing the same thing that we love.
Yes, sir. I got you. Brian, final thoughts?
Just my thoughts are, obviously being around these fields all week. Again, I can't reiterate and stress like how important it is for everyone to just take a step back and realize that we put this on for the kids. And I'm sitting here and I'm going to do what I think is right and hold parents and coaches especially, accountable for our actions, because as much as we get caught up in wanting to see our child succeed and win in this event, we need to realize that there's other sides to it, and to show anything that would make our kid think it's okay to do is I think unacceptable. And again, I just want to challenge you guys out there to be better coaches and parents, and make sure keep these kids on the right path. This sport teaches so many aspects of life that I've learned from the 30 years I've been around football. And I try, when I coach, I try to install all those aspects in these kids and make them realize that when they get to high school, we're not there anymore to hold their hand. They're going to deal with coaches that they've never met before. They're going to deal with kids in school and this and that, kids that they've never even been around. And I think it's super important that we do the right thing for these kids. And this sport, all sports, keeps the kids out of trouble, and I think that's most important.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said. Yeah, and on behalf of United Youth Football, also we'd like to give a quick shout out to United Youth Football and Cheer. We have a national cheer competition this weekend, and I know it's everybody's really excited about the girls competing this Saturday. So I'd like to give them a shout out and invite everybody to be a part of not only United Youth Football, but United Cheer as well. So
I just also want to shout out the staff. We have a tremendous staff here that we don't thank enough. I just want to thank them and let them know how appreciative we are, because without everybody's collectiveness, we couldn't make this happen. A lot of things go on in the week. We get stressed out at each other. but it's all about the kids. So again, we just want to make sure that everybody is understanding that, and appreciate the staff that's here that put in countless hours to make this happen.
Absolutely. So in conclusion, we'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. United Game Day Championship Pick Show. On behalf of myself, Magic, and Brian, thank you for being a part. You're out.